Are you filming? Should I go? Okay. Hello, my name is Aldous Huxley, and I've been living in Iceland with my friend Bernard and some other unique individuals for it's been almost a year now. You see, after what happened last year, you know, when Bernard got John the Savage and brought him to the world, you know, no one else really seemed to care about what happened, and I felt that after that I needed to change. Something was wrong. I thought, you know, I really need to give up on my soma-induced happiness and just see no one else. It was a tragedy, and it's like everyone just airbrushed it over, and that's why I wrote Brave New World. I wanted to get something that would make people feel, to understand the situation, what really happened, the reality. Bernard, my poor misguided friend Bernard, he was the accidental instigator of this whole thing, pretty much. You see, he was visiting the Savage Reservation with his current partner, Lenina, when he happened upon, you call him John the Savage, but John and his mother Linda. You see, Linda was actually from the World State, and she had gotten pregnant, which, as you obviously know, is a big don't. And so, after getting injured, she ran away, and I guess she was adopted by the natives, the savages of the area, and she gave birth to John. And so he was civilized. He was born civilized, but he was raised a savage. And so I guess that must have been interesting to Bernard, because when he saw him, obviously it's like two worlds collide. And when Bernard saw this, he saw a business opportunity. So he got John and his mother, Linda, and brought them back to the World State, as you know. And it must have gone to his head. At first, I think he was thinking of it kind of like an experiment, but then he started getting the recognition that he'd always wished for, and it went to his head. One of the sad things that happened, Linda, after getting back to the World State where she had been gone for so long, the soma, she basically overdosed and died. When John discovered his mother's death, the poor boy was heartbroken. See, he was never accepted into the savage culture, and she was the only one who really ever cared for him. Although to say care would be exaggerate, but you know. She died and he snapped. He saw how poisonous this world was, what it had done to his mother, and he knew it had to be doing it to other people. And so he took it upon himself to change it. He did what I didn't have the courage to do. He wanted to free everyone from their soma addiction, they were numbed. The soma, it gets in your mind, it gets in your blood, the air itself, the feelies, all of it. He wanted to free them from it, but also caught up in all this was Lenina. She was an ideal member of the World State. You know, she was beautiful. She never asked questions. She always followed all the rules. She didn't think for herself. However, when she met John, he began to influence her, to change her. And she was attracted to him at first, but the attraction, I guess, it grew into maybe even love. But these feelings became even more confused because John refused to ever answer to her flirtations. See, what he wanted in life was a real romance, but the shallow lust that Lenina was showing towards him must have hurt him very deeply. He created such an uproar about the whole thing that eventually even the controllers got involved. The event was so much more than just a simple incident. To me, it was an awakening to the flaws of this world. See, we place materialism and superficial happiness over self-awareness, over truth. We've become numb to both the triumphs and the sadnesses of life. Every aspect of every single citizen has been manufactured. what they want to eat, what they wear, even what they think. There are no individuals anymore. Even the controllers are aware of this. Mustafa Mond, the controller for London, it's almost hypocritical. See, they understand what's going on to a certain degree, but they don't want to do anything about it. He actually made the choice to, instead of becoming a scientist and getting shipped off to someplace like Iceland, he chose to stay in London for the betterment of the community. See, when I was writing this book, I wanted to make sure that I mimicked the oblivious, superficial tones that everyone in the world state uses.
Everyone works for everyone else. We can't do without anyone. Even the epsilons are useful. We could not do without epsilons.
Alpha children wear gray. They work much harder than we do because they're so frightfully clever. I'm really awfully glad I'm a beta because I don't work so hard. And then we are much better than the gammas and deltas. Gammas are stupid. They all wear green, and delta children wear khaki. Oh no, I don't want to play with delta children. And epsilons are still worse. They're too stupid to be able to read or write. Besides, they wear black, which is such a beastly color. I'm so glad I'm a beta.
Stability, stability. No civilization without social stability. No social stability without individual stability. Everyone belongs to everyone else. The more stitches, the less riches. A gram in time saves 9. Remember, 1 cubic centimeter cures 10 gloomy sentiments. A gram is always better than a dam. Everybody's happy nowadays. Never put off till tomorrow the fun you can have today. Was and will make me ill. I take a gram and only am. Cleanliness is next to fordliness. Civilization is next to sterilization. When the individual feels, the community feels.
Every conversation is filled with superfluous babble. Things are described in an infantile fashion. Utilitarian, maybe? See, I wanted to emulate this in where I used all these simple terms to try to show you the way that their lives are very, very simple, technologically based even. So I hope that if you read this book, if you haven't already, that it is an eye-opener for you. I wanted it to serve as a warning to the rest of the savages around the world, the ones who haven't been emulsified by this lifestyle, this mindset. I wanted you to realize that there's more to life than just perfection and technology. I wanted you to understand what happens when a society gets together and the development of the technology begins to hold precedent over the needs of the individual.